Hey everybody, welcome back to Pure SnowRunner. I have a mission to do. We are going to go do this scout truck. I don't know if you know what we can upgrade on here. Probably nothing. We're not even level 1 yet, I don't think. We're going to go find the towers. So today's objective, find the towers. So if we look at our map, we got one right here. I mean, I don't need to set waypoints, but if you need to set a waypoint, you can do this. You can set them as many as you want. I mean, you can just click the button, hit your R2 button to your points, come up your mountain. Here to here. I don't need those, but you can put them in. So anyway, that's today's objective. Let's go. We got, 6 towers? How many are available? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. And then the next episode we'll do all of the upgrades, vehicle upgrades. As I go along, I'm going to find tasks, which will look like little paper scrolls. You can grab them as you go along. I'm not going to do any of them. I'm just going to grab them so that I have them. But I won't grab any upgrades. So if we're doing this right now, I'm not going to grab any upgrades. We're just going to go do our thing. Again, I am not playing no recovery, anything crazy like that. I'm just playing no mods. That's my, that will make the game harder as it is. So if you start playing no recovery, where if you have to recover, you have to bring in another vehicle and rescue it, or if it runs out of fuel, you bring a fuel tanker and all that stuff. You know what? Play the game you like, the way you like it, and that's fine. I think by having no mods, the game is much more difficult than if you use mods. I can buzz through this game quick if I played with mods. But so we'll get a tower, and we're probably going to quick travel back to the garage. Excuse me. We'll find 6, then we can move on to the next objective of the next video. But we'll get them all in this one. I don't know how long it's going to take, but we'll get them all. And again, once you find them, you actually, this isn't the best scout vehicle, but it's the one we have. I will be leveling this thing up, we're going to find upgrades, vehicle upgrades, suspension lifts, and different gearboxes, and yada yadas. So, alright, launch. It's dark out, we're not going to see much, but what the hell, right? Alright, so now we hit this, and we hit recover. Which will take us back to the garage, we can leave. And in order to keep it pure, we got to keep the weather or time of day current. So if it's dark, it's dark. I apologize for that, but we got to do this. So on to the next tower. I don't think this is going to be that long of a vehicle. Thing. There's going to be a couple of these that are going to be tricky to get because some of the bridges aren't fixed yet. And there's things, but there's ways around. All-wheel drive, bang off a pole, yes. See, like I say, down on the bottom left, it has a little white ring now because I did damage my truck. If you start bouncing down the highway, you can break your springs, pop the tires. Every little thing in that little schematic down there can be lit up red. If it goes red, your tire's blown, or your engine's blown, or your transfer case is blown. Gearbox, whatever you want to call it. And it does happen. Believe you me. So I was going to show you. So by unlocking this first tower, which was right here, or right here, we were able to unlock some of the areas here. So there's an upgrade right here, but we're not getting those today or in this video. So move on. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will get to you to the best of my ability. I'm going to grab this task. So what we'll do is we'll accept it, but we're not going to run it. So if you have a problem with it and you don't want to run it, otherwise it shows up in the upper right-hand corner, I think. Well, it'll show up as a task in your little menu. See, now you have a task. Place beyond the spruces. But we're going to do this the way I'm going to do this. So we're doing towers today. And again, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Tell your friends. This will be a single player channel. I won't be doing any multiplayer. So now this is where we're going to run into some trouble. We still have regular highway tires on this truck. It's not the best. We should have upgraded, but I think we'll still be alright. It's just going to be tricky. And I don't have any upgrades as far as transmission and things like that, so it makes it tricky to get to certain locations. But you get a winch, but it's a short winch. And see, I'm already almost stuck. So you have the options when you do the winch. You can do like the Spider-Man throw. As long as you're looking in a particular direction, it'll throw it in that direction to help you out. Come on, Bessie. And again, it is dark out, so it is a little bit harder to see your end and mine. You know, if I go in first person, it does help a little bit. Or you can push up on the D-pad, which then shows your little winch points. So you can attach your winch to any of the locations. Say you wanted it there and you wanted to push it around to an available dot. Over to there. So now it'll pull you that way. Okay. Again, it's just up on the D-pad. Alright, so now we found another one. Launch. We get to see the swamp. That's about it. Alright. I am going to just recover. It's just quicker. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Engine, nothing. Gearbox, nothing. Suspension, nothing. Tires. Hey, we can get all terrains at least. Let's go with the old BFGs. How much money do we got? Not a lot. But if you sell the old ones, make $1,000 back. We're going to go into truck storage. I have all of these trucks, which I don't plan on using. So we could sell them. These all came with the DLCs that I bought. So sell that one, 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 and that one. So now all we have is the old Chevy. We have our tires, at least they're... And you want an autonomous winch, if you can. That means it'll work even if you're upside down. The in-game winches will not work if you flip over. Diff lock, now unlock, snorkel, and frame add-ons. Can't get any supplies yet. And my suggestion is not to go crazy. If you can do the in-the-bed ones, you're better off. It doesn't raise the center of gravity. But anyway, let's go. I'm not going to paint the truck right now, but... So, got 2 towers down, 4 to go. The next tower we're going to is one that we could have gotten right away in the beginning. I mean, right away in the beginning. Alright, let's go. I wanted to change to first person. There we go. So we can actually see what's going on. Because it is still dark out. Yeah, feel free to put a comment in the chat. Or, yeah, put a comment in the comments. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every little thing helps out, especially for smaller channels. I mean, a thumbs up, a comment, even, you know, any of that helps a small streamer. All right. Again, the graphics on this thing are phenomenal. I mean, we're on PS5. I have the game on PS4 and on Steam on PC. And actually, I have it on Epic Games on PC as well. So I bought 4 copies of the game. So if you're in the limbo as far as, do I want to buy it? Do I want to spend the money on it? 100% yes. I mean, if this is your type of game, if you're watching the video, obviously you're somewhat interested and you might be thinking about it. You know what? It's a great game. A lot of gameplay. A lot of hours of gameplay. Multiple hours of gameplay. Even with mods. If you do everything in the game, the timed events, which we're going to do. We're going to do all of that throughout the gameplay here. It's 100% worth the purchase. Recommend it to anybody who likes this kind of stuff. You know, you're going to get frustrated. I can tell you that. It's just part of the game, but boy, oh boy, it's 100% worth the purchase. If I could count how many times I've tipped over and lost my load and all of that, boy oh boy, I'd be a millionaire if I had a nickel for every time. I'm not even kidding. It's a very intense game if you can get into it. I mean, if you want to play the game straight up, you can play hard mode. I will not be doing that. I prefer to play it this way. You know, either with mods or without mods, it's a great game. I've completed the game all the way through up to, you know, what's the newest map? I don't remember anymore. It was Tennessee, now it's... Boy, let's look. But anyway, I beat all the missions on that new area already. Well, it's new up till now, in 2022. Global map. Tennessee Glades. Yeah, the Glades. A lot of farming in this one. Yay. Alright, so we're headed to the next tower, which is all the way over here. So we have choices on how we want to get there. We could go up this way down to the road, which is probably what we'll do. So I'll show you what the waypoints, well, I call them waypoints, but the points will help you get to where you need to go. We're gonna stop for some fuel, so. Okay, so off we go. So it puts a little blip, as you can see. You can just follow your little points. Again, there's going to be some that it's going to be a real pain in the butt to get to. This next one's not so bad. I mean, it's getting from that one over to the next one. But it will be recovering and going back, so I believe that's what I'm going to do. It's probably the easier way. Because there are some bridges and stuff that are, the path isn't clear. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Be careful, because if you tip over, like I said, you will not. Well, I put the autonomous winch, which if you flip over in any other vehicle, oh boy, I put myself in a hole on this one. In the bigger trucks, none of those have autonomous winches. Some of the modded bigger trucks do, but the in-game ones do not. So I'll have to rescue myself out with another truck or recover. But if you recover, you end up having to lose the load, or you have to get the things off the truck, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But what are you gonna do? I'm like all over the place here. I can't get over top of this stone. Come on. Again, graphically the game is beautiful. It's hard to see at night, but it is. This wire is pretty. So you don't have to stop for fuel. You can just roll through and keep on trucking. And there's a couple of these tasks I'm going to grab right away. There's one over here. Again, not going to do them, just going to grab them since I'm right here. Alright, on to the next one. The old trusty Chevy. And you can get repair parts and things like that for your vehicles, which will help you. There's a mission right over here. I'm going to grab that so I don't forget. Alright. Now, we need to find a way through because the road, I believe, is blocked off. I don't remember. Nope, it's open. Okay, so we can cut through here. It's got some cones. Some cones to bounce over. Here's a mission. So after we do this video with the towers, the next video will be vehicle upgrades, and then we'll be doing clearing the paths. So it'll be the landslide, which is up here, and there's a bridge in the mountains. The power lines are down in one other area. All those little missions have to be done in order to get through the game. Alright, on to the next one here. It's getting light out at least. That helps. Alright, what we got for the map? We got another mission we can go get. This rock slide. Like I said, we already grabbed it over here. But now we've already opened up half the map. So we have 2 towers, 3 towers to go, which are all over on the other side of the map. We're not going to go this way and grab that one. We're going to grab this one. You know what? Let's just recover. Screw it. Let's go get that one. If we don't get stuck. These trucks are not the best. if we don't get stuck. Sometimes shifting into low helps. You're not spinning as fast. A lot of grinding. As you can see, we're doing this live, but not live, right? So I'm not going through and editing out the boring parts, I guess. I don't know. You can see if I mess up. I mean, you're seeing it as it happens. I mean, it's not really live because I'm recording it and uploading it, but okay. So now we can recover. Leave the garage. Put it in all-wheel drive. We're on our way to our next one. There's an upgrade, but we're not going to get the upgrades yet. I think there are like 6 or 7. Find out in the next video. Alright, so which way to the tower? I think we gotta go left. So I always miss this mud hole because it's bigger than it looks. It's pretty slimy. Try to go around it. A bigger truck, you can go through that, but I mean, again, the graphics are so nice. And believe me, it's always wet. And it's always slimy and muddy. Until you get to the snowy areas like Alaska and stuff. Then it's slippery. And then it's not just cosmetic, it's slippery. You gotta have chains on your tires. Or studded tires or whatever. To get through areas. You won't be able to climb hills. You'll just be spinning your way. And it's all ice. So if for some reason you didn't see the last video, you're going to want to watch the last one. How to get started part 2. We need to go to Alaska and come back. Come back, come back. Otherwise your missions won't show up, your tasks won't show up, your contracts, things like that. I don't think we need fuel yet, but there's a mission right here, so we'll grab that. Alright, grab the fuel, off we go, to the next tower. Next towers are pretty simple, and actually they're not that far apart, to be honest, to be fair. I mean, and this game is open to anything, right? So if you don't want to do the missions, if you just want to mess around with your friends, get into a multiplayer game and get stuck in the mud or whatever, goof off, whatever, have fun, whatever you want to play it. If you want to play the game, in my opinion, the way it was intended to be played, this is a contract. This is not a task. Oh, it is a task. Mountain Bridge. We're going to be doing that coming up soon enough, but we're not doing it now. We can go up around. We can take this other little side route. There's a lot of little tasks and contracts and things to do, but we will get them done, I promise. And again, if you want to play it with friends, you can do multiplayer on here. But the mud is mud. So if you get in the deep mud, and you can see it by looking at it that it's mud, you're gonna get stuck. Unless you have the right equipment. Highway tires are not the best. You're gonna find that out soon. Soon. Alright. So now what did we open up there? We got another upgrade. The rock slide. We'll grab that in a second here. We're going to slide down to this point and then back over to this road again. This is that bridge. We just kind of went up and around it. And we'll cut through here. I can't get around that way, but I can get through here. But You know what? Yeah, we'll go this way. We'll come around this corner, cut through the path. Okay. I don't need that, but we'll just to show you guys how to do it. Let's keep going before it gets dark again. I don't know. You'll realize you can change the time of day. If it gets dark and you don't want to play in the dark, you know, for some reason you're afraid of the dark or whatever, you can change it. I'm keeping it real for y'all. I mean, if for some reason you want it changed and you want me to keep it to where it's light out, I'll switch the time. But if you don't mind that it gets dark in the game, it's going to get dark, obviously. It's the way it cookie crumbles or whatever. But if I get enough people saying they want to see it light out only, I'll just fast forward the time. It does make it easier. All in butt with the old Chevy. I think the tires did make some difference though. I mean, putting the all-terrains on there instead of highway tires, they do make a difference. This is one game where it does make a big difference. You get some decent off-road tires, or highway tires, or whatever. You know what? Let's get that mission. Bag it up, Chuck. Might as well grab it. We're right here, right? All right. We did miss a couple of them, but we'll get them as we go along because we have upgrades to find and things like that. So we'll be all over the map again. I just want to keep it separate videos so y'all don't get discombobulated. And there's going to be some easier ways to get to certain locations. So as we go through the game, I can show y'all easier ways to get from A to B. It isn't always a straight line. You know, or A to Z. Sometimes you skip a few letters. Alright, so we got the tower right over here. On top of that hill up there. And then we have one more left. And we've almost discovered the whole map already. Well, I mean as far as the basic areas. And you're going to get stuck on some imaginary routes that are in the road or whatever. Sometimes you think, I'll just drive over that. And all of a sudden it pops up and grabs your truck, grabs your load, tips it over. You're like, what the heck is that? Put the handbrake on, hit the launch. Again, the game is beautiful. It is. PC, it's really nice. Console, it's very nice too. Alright, we have one more tower to go. I think we'll go... Yeah, we'll go this way. There's a couple different ways to get to the last tower, but I can see it up on the hill up there, way off in the distance. Let's go back to, oops, I keep thinking that this is like a different game that I play. Where we have spring touchpad for your camera angle instead of a map. It's a little bouncy. I usually like third person better, but again, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, whatever you need to do, just up and down on your left analog stick. And you can rotate your camera with the right analog stick. You'll find that that's how I play the games. I like to rotate the camera, stay behind the vehicle. Camera doesn't always, the in-game camera or whatever doesn't always do what it's supposed to do. Alright, let's go this way. Now you can just go off and go willy-nilly up a mountain. You know, you don't have to follow roads. This is an off-road game. So if you don't want to stick to the roads or whatever, you can go a different way. But keep in mind, you may get stuck. You'll be using your Spider-Man winches and things like that in order to get certain locations. Or you may not be able to get there at all. Yes, so there's the last tower. As you can see it over the top of the roof of the truck. I was trying to find the light switch, but I don't see it. I think the lights are on. But we're almost here. And then we can recover back to the garage. This is a very tricky area up here. Later in the game we're going to find that out. Just no spoilers, I guess. There aren't too many winch points, is what I'm saying. So if you tip over, regardless if you have a autonomous winch or not, you probably gonna end up recovering unless you have another vehicle close by. Last tower. Now, if we look at the map, we have unlocked the whole thing. We have a lot of upgrades. You can see upgrade, 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 upgrade. All of that. Trailers, which like I had said before, are sometimes have things on them that you can use. Like there's a trailer right here, that's a good one. There's another mission here. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. We're going to find that as we go along. So anyway, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching. We're going to recover back to the garage. Leave the garage. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Tell your friends. Bye, everybody.